You've probably seen the headlines. OpenAI just released Sora 2, the most advanced AI video generator ever made. But here's the part no one expected. Within 30 days, user retention dropped to just 1%. And that's only the beginning. Something strange is happening in the world of AI. After Microsoft announced massive AI investments, its market value dropped by $360 billion in a single day. CEOs are now asking people to stop being negative. Users are quietly walking away from AI tools. So what's going on? Is this entire AI boom starting to crack? Chapter 1. Inflated expectations. In early 2026, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said something unusual. He warned that for AI not to be a bubble, its benefits need to spread beyond just tech companies. In other words, if only big tech wins, something's wrong. Around the same time, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang pushed back against the growing AI doom narrative, saying it's hurting the industry. But think about that for a second. Why are the biggest leaders in AI suddenly defending it? Why do they sound nervous? Because the numbers are starting to tell a different story. Tech stocks tied to AI have stalled, or worse, dropped. Some companies that bet heavily on AI are down significantly. And then there's Microsoft. They reported strong earnings, revenue up 17%, cloud growth at 39%. Sounds great, right? But right after that announcement, their market value dropped by hundreds of billions. Why? Because their AI spending is exploding. In just one quarter, Microsoft spent $37.5 billion. Much of it on AI infrastructure like GPUs. And investors are starting to ask a simple question. What if this never pays off? Other companies are facing the same problem. Oracle announced a $50 billion AI investment plan, and their stock dropped. Even NVIDIA has started stepping back from earlier massive investment expectations. And at the center of all this, OpenAI. OpenAI's revenue is growing fast, but its projected cash burn is staggering. The company may not be profitable until 2030 and could run out of money before that. Meanwhile, the same companies funding OpenAI are also the ones getting paid by it through cloud services and hardware. Money is just cycling in a loop, and investors are noticing. Even US lawmakers are raising concerns about the scale of spending. Because at this level, AI doesn't just need to succeed, it needs to transform the entire global economy. Anything less looks like failure. Chapter 2. The drop in hype. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Search interest in AI is falling. But that doesn't mean AI is dying. It means something else. We've seen this before. It's called the Gartner hype cycle. Every new technology follows the same pattern. Excitement explodes. Expectations get unrealistic. People lose interest. Then it stabilizes into real-world use. And right now, AI is entering that third phase. Take Sora, for example. It exploded in popularity at launch. But within weeks, users disappeared. Why? Because of something called AI tourism. People try it, they generate a few cool videos, they get their dopamine hit, and then they leave because there's no real long-term value. This is happening across multiple AI tools. At first, it feels magical, but over time, it becomes normal. Then, boring. So the real question isn't, who has the best AI? It's, who is building the best product using AI? That's why companies like Adobe are succeeding. They didn't replace their product with AI. They added AI to make it better. Same with Google. Their advantage isn't just AI, it's their ecosystem. Email, documents, storage, YouTube. Once AI connects all of that, it becomes actually useful. Even Microsoft is learning this the hard way. They've sold millions of Copilot subscriptions. But compared to their total user base, adoption is still very low. After spending tens of billions, that's a problem. And it's not just consumers. More than half of CEOs say AI hasn't delivered meaningful financial results yet. That's a huge gap between hype and reality. Chapter 3. The real future of AI. So, Is this the end of AI? Probably not, but it is the end of unrealistic expectations. AI isn't going to replace the world overnight, but it is quietly transforming specific areas. It's helping scientists discover new medicines faster, doctors detect diseases earlier, engineers solve complex problems, researchers understand things we never could before. That's the real power of AI, not replacing everything, but improving what already exists. The companies that win won't be the ones chasing hype. They'll be the ones solving real problems, the boring ones, the ones embedded into everyday work. Because in the long run, AI isn't the product, it's the feature. And ironically, a slowdown might be the best thing that could happen, because it forces the industry to focus on what actually matters. So maybe the AI boom isn't collapsing, maybe it's just growing up. Thanks for WE. So does the interest. This isn't just happening to Sora, it's happening across many AI tools. At first, they feel revolutionary, but over time, they become normal. And once something becomes normal, it stops being exciting. That's why the real question is changing. It's no longer who has the best AI. It's who is building something people actually need. Chapter 3: The Real Future of AI. And this is where things get interesting again, because while hype is fading, real use cases are growing. AI is helping doctors detect diseases earlier, helping scientists discover new drugs faster, helping engineers solve complex problems, improving workflows across industries, not replacing everything, but improving specific things. And that's the key difference. The companies that win won't be the ones chasing hype. They'll be the ones solving real problems. That's why companies like Adobe are succeeding. They didn't turn AI into the product. They made it a feature, something that enhances what already works. Google is doing the same. Their advantage isn't just AI, it's their ecosystem. Email, docs, YouTube, storage. AI becomes powerful when it connects all of that. Even Microsoft is shifting in this direction, but adoption is still low compared to their total user base, which shows just how early we still are. And that brings us to the big picture. AI isn't failing, but expectations were unrealistic. It's not going to replace the world overnight. It's not going to instantly generate trillions in value, but it is going to matter a lot. Just not in the way people originally thought. So maybe the AI boom isn't collapsing, maybe it's just growing up. The hype is fading, the noise is settling, and what's left is what actually matters. Real products, real value, real impact. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.